Hey, this is how to make your first $1,000 as a musician. Now listen up. Why should you listen to me? I've been in Fader magazine twice for my production credits on Baby Mother's albums. I've worked with some people. I've done some things. I've made some money. You don't have to listen to me if you don't want, but if you want some value, let's get into it. Number one, selling music direct to fans. Yes, selling music. I know. What? People buy music? It's true, they do. Even in today's landscape. When I was selling music online, this was 2012 through Bandcamp, and I was 20 years old, and everyone I knew was 20 or 21 or 22, and it was a completely different economy, and people were in completely different stages of their lives. And yeah, my first album I dropped that I produced and mixed and mastered myself, I made like 125 bucks or something. And that was really cool. That was really cool to feel. But yeah, I mean, over the years, I've definitely, selling music and mostly has come in the form of beats. But yeah, people still buy music. So I think Bandcamp is probably really the best option for that. Maybe even.biz is good, I hear. Number two, shows. I think show money is probably where I've made most of my money in the music industry for me so far. That is going to change a lot because I have different plans and a different schedule of itinerary and such coming up. I think shows are where I've made the most of my money. I think at least half of that $1,000 has been made from show money. Because over time, it's just added up. It's been like 60 bucks here, 100 bucks there, 80 bucks there. But I've done enough shows, mostly in New York City, that because I was living there for 10 years. So from 2010 to 2020, definitely a lot of money or not a lot, but for me, over time, that still felt good. It's not a lot, but it's something. Shows, just playing shows, just like hitting up small venues and asking other artists. We're seeing where, if you have artist friends that are performing at a venue, then, try to find the manager or someone and say, hey, can I play there? Email them or something. Instagram, look up venues, find emails. There's so many ways to contact. It takes time, but you can really start to find a network of people in venues, and maybe they'll want you back. Maybe you'll get a residency or something. I don't know. Number three, sample packs. Now, this one is only if you produce, if you're just a vocalist, maybe you want to start producing. I don't know. I mean, I started producing. I was just a vocalist. I just rapped. And I made beats as a kid, but I wasn't really good at it or whatever. I just messed around. But I took rapping seriously, and I love rap. And I started rapping. I was I knew homies of mine who had good beats and stuff. They weren't making beats at the rate that I wanted beats, which was totally fine. They're living their life, doing their thing. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna learn how to make beats myself. And it's honestly probably top 3 greatest decisions I've ever made in my entire life. I mean, even if I made no money from producing, I seriously, it is such a source of joy, and it's gotten me into magazines, and it's showed me crazy connections. Producing is, yeah. So maybe it's a sign to take up a new skill, I don't know. Number 4 is engineering. And that can be recording, mixing, or mastering, or all of them. Look, engineers are the unsung heroes. If you know, you know. If you are one, you know. If you don't know, man, engineers, and there's recording engineers, there's mixing engineers, there's mastering engineers, there's people who do 1 or 2, there's people who do all 3. I learned how to do everything, albeit not the best, but I'm decent at this point. Of all 3, I'm decent enough. I'm But I just didn't have the money to outsource, and I still don't, but I'm going to soon. But regardless, yeah, engineering has been really fruitful, and has really, again, even if I haven't made a whole lot of money from it, it still has just felt so good to learn how to do everything myself. I don't need to do everything myself. Again, it's mostly a money thing. It's not an ego thing. I would love to pay, whoever to mix my shit, and it's amazing, but it's dope to know how. Even if I don't use my skill, it just feels good to know how. It's I don't plan on getting lost at sea and getting washed up on shore to make a fire and catch fish, but I kind of know how to. I've been watching some YouTube vids. I know some basics. Again, I got to put it to practice, but I know some basics. So it just feels good to know basics. And you can with knowing basics, you can communicate yourself and articulate yourself to another mix engineer or master in a more efficient way. And then last but not least is brand deals and sponsorships. Now this one, I've only done a few. It's been small brands. It's been like small companies. It hasn't even really been like, yeah, I did a commercial for Google. I got the spot on there. Like, nah, like not yet. I mean, it will happen someday, but really it's just been like, yeah, small brands and companies and people that I know are like, you know, like, oh, my nephew needs an intro song for his da-da-da. Like, here's $100, stuff like that, you know? And again, it's really been like luck, and the people I've known and stuff. But, you know, I just wanted to come on here and show you as a person who has not made that much money in the music industry in the past 13 years. Again, I have a career as a video editor and videographer. I'm not broke, but I haven't made that much money from the music industry, but I have made some. I've made more than $1,000. I can guarantee you that. But my first $1,000 I made from selling music directly, shows, sample packs, engineering, and brand deals with sponsorships. And from those 5, you can extrapolate, and I mean, you can look up on YouTube. I'm a small creator on here. You can see, if you look up, like, there's people who are bringing in bread from only one of these. You know, there's people who make bread from just sample packs, people who make bread just from engineering. You can combine all 5, you can do one, whatever. I personally am trying to get my bread, my money from the YouTube content game. I'm trying to just do content and do tutorials and just share what I know, because I love making music, but I haven't been able to make much money from like streaming and tours. So I guess I'm making music that people don't want to hear. I don't know. People do want to hear it. People do like it, but it doesn't seem to be enough. But that's a different story. Keep making music. If you make music, have fun. Just remember to have fun. It's all good. I know it's hard to make money and sustain, but have fun, please. You cannot keep doing this if you don't have fun. Like, that's got to be number one. I have left money off the table. Like, time has gone by. I have spent other assets or whatever, just because it's like, no, like, it has to feel pure, it has to feel fun. I'm not willing to just like, oh yeah, let's just like, if you want to get the bag and you don't really care about the art, that's fine, do you, but I care too much, and that's fine. That's sometimes that's the balance, right? It's like, it's a business. So I struggle with that sometimes, of wondering where, you know, like, so I don't struggle with it, but I should say I'm very aware and I'm very conscious of why I do this, and I'm not willing to mess up the inner peace just for money or clout. So there you go. Take care.